Hello and welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club, the place investors go to gain actionable advice, learn about current market trends, and hear war stories from other professional investors out there in the field today. Before we get started, I have two quick housekeeping items to cover. First, if you like the episode, we would very much appreciate a like, subscribe, and share. It is the best way to support the show and keep it running. Second, if you are a new investor looking to get started in real estate or an experienced investor looking to take your investing to the next level, we created an ebook for you that will cover how to find deals that are actually deals, how to finance those deals with little to no money down, and how to exit those deals for maximum value. On top of that, I throw in an insane amount of free bonuses that you'll have access to once you buy the ebook. All we charge is our admin cost to keep the show running. So, if you're serious about real estate investing and want to create both active and passive income as an investor, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com and click on the button that says Get the ebook to grab yourself a copy today. So with that said, let's dive right in. Today we have a very special guest with us, ready to drop some investor knowledge on you. So buckle up, grab your pen and paper, and enjoy the ride. All right, we are on Deal Review Tuesday. We have Nick Libert with us. He was just on an episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. So if you want to check out his full episode, go look back into the history. Today, Nick is going to bring us one of his deals and go into the details. So Nick, tell us the deal. Where was this deal located?
This deal was located in Portage Park, which is a beautiful area of Chicago on the northwest side.
Awesome. I love it. So kind of go into the overview. What did you buy it for? What was the exit strategy when you went into it? What hiccups did you find in the middle? And then how did you exit at the end?
So this was actually one of my early flips that went well. And if you watch the main show, you know that they didn't always go well. But the model for my flips at the beginning was that I had to buy it for under $250, and the closer to $200, the better I would make money. So I bought this one for, I think, $218 was our exact number. I had been in the neighborhood quite a bit. I talked to a lot of my other realtor friends who were prospecting the neighborhood, one of which was actually one of my agents prospecting the neighborhood. They came to me and they said, look, this is a guy. They found him cleaning out the garage and said, hey, you know what? You're thinking about selling your place? Like, oh, actually, it's a family member's place. It's an estate. And they said, why? And he said, oh, well, I'm a realtor. Oh, okay. Well, if you bring me somebody. So we negotiated a commission on it. So, the realtor got paid. And at $218, my model was I had $150,000 renovation costs. So $218 plus $150, you still got quite a bit of profit. You can sell it for $500, right?
All right.
But wait, there's more. So 218 plus 150 was great. 218 plus closer to 200 was what actually happened. And we actually ended up, I think our total renovation cost was 201. So 218 plus 201. And what happened there was, quite frankly, contractor one stepped out because I found out some things with contractor one was not doing well on something else. Contractor two came in and was more expensive. And so contractor two came in and was more expensive. We ended up at 201. So 218 plus 201. We sold the property for 515. So if you're doing the math, you go, that was amazing. But number two, and it was, and the product was I was so proud of the product. Yeah. It turned out really amazing. But in the meantime, I had an extra 6 months of holding costs. Yep. An extra 6 months of holding costs. So that I think I had a hard money lender. My monthly nut was around $4,000. So 6 times $4,000 is $24,000 because my nut was on the whole, literally the acquisition and the actual renovation costs. With the high interest rate, because that was what they're entitled to. This is before these great low interest rates. And I was still a new investor. So, that was the deal. You got a little higher interest rate with them. So that was a learning experience in two forms. Number one, know your numbers on the way in. And number two, make sure you're on top of your people, because if you're sitting there every month of a delay, yes, the real estate market may be the same or going up, but it's not going up anywhere near $4,000 a month in carrying costs. So that was a big learning experience for me.
Awesome. So 218 plus 201, and then you had the additional carrying costs, which a lot of people don't remember that is a huge expense, especially when you're doing flips. So if I'm following the math right, which, I'm not a mathematician, but, it might be around the ballpark. You guys exited with about 70,000 in a net to you, correct? Is that?
And I had a partner. So divide that by 2.
So about 35,000.
But that met my criteria for I wanted to make $30,000 a flip. So,
Perfect.
With a partner, that was okay. Where I got it, and if you don't mind me sharing a little more, what happened later that made my flips unprofitable was I decided I didn't need the partner anymore, that I was going to do them myself. But at the same time, and I said, don't say touching them myself because I can barely paint a cabinet, but and full disclosure, someone else is doing this work in here. But what happened was my acquisition costs went way up, way up. So I was well over $250 for my acquisition cost. And then because I thought I didn't need a partner, and by the way, the reason why I didn't need a partner was the first partner was also my contractor. He was coming in with no money, no skin in the game. You're nodding your eggs. You've heard this story before from others. This was apparently a scam model that I missed in all my online research. And so I decided, this guy's terrible. I don't need him. I'm going to do it myself. Well, I'm running a real estate brokerage, and I'm out here running a real estate brokerage. A subcontractor is not really going to be able to provide a on-time product when I'm also never there to help to supervise them and to keep them accountable. So my project ran well over a year over. Ooh. And in the meantime, I was a nuisance to the neighborhood, so I got a fine. I had cost overruns left and right, and this project, by the way, went well over 200,000. This one ended up about 220.
Wow.
So by the time I paid the realtor commission, because this was a property that needed a realtor. They all, in my opinion, need to be all over everywhere and exposed to the world. And I wanted to get it sold quickly. So I used a realtor. Obviously, by the time of the realtor commissions, it was not I wrote a check at the closing table. So, whether it's you write a physical check or whether you lost money in theory because you put 20% down or 30% down, and then at the closing table, you get a much smaller check, you still have to refill that bank account. That's not a profit. So there was a check, there was a parentheses at the closing in terms of net profit. And that was a big wake up call to me. I'm like, you can't buy them for the wrong price and you can't let them sit and sit and sit. You're going to get burned. And there were some birds.
Awesome. So you had one win and one loss there. It's great that you did come out on top in that first one. So thank you for sharing that. Yep. Yeah, then I'll tell you, we got to the point where there was, in my model, we bought one for 188 and sold it for 575. Oof. And that was the one that I'm like, I'll always look at that one and say that was a great deal. And so
that was a great deal.
Works.
Yeah, and that was, but it had customization, but the numbers worked great. That was when everybody was doing their job, including myself. So, the one that I think is duplicable is, the one that was in the low 2s. And the one that you would never want to do is the one that's over 250 and sat over a year, not getting finished. So I'll give you the full spectrum. Please be in the middle or get on the great end of the spectrum and figure out what the heck you did right and stick to that and don't get greedy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for reviewing that deal. I know, going back to the hard times when you did lose a little money is always difficult, but thanks for reviewing that. If you want to check out Nick's full episode, again, look in the history. It's a really good episode that goes further into detail on all this stuff. Nick, thank you again for hopping on the show, and it was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Have a good day.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode and were able to pull some actionable advice that you can go home with and apply to your own investing business. Before you go, I have a gift for you. If you're a new investor looking to get started or an established investor looking to take your business to the next level, I've created an ebook just for you available on the website. This ebook will cover how I was able to create both active and passive income in real estate with very little money to start with. In it, I will address the 3 most often cited obstacles new and veteran investors run into by showing you how to find a deal that's actually a deal, how to finance that deal with little to no money down, and how to exit a deal for maximum value. And if you get the ebook today, I'm going to bury you in bonuses, 7 of them to be exact. First, you'll get the off-market lead generation blueprint, which will take you through the exact systems and processes we use to generate off-market leads like clockwork, which is the most important skill when it comes to creating real wealth in real estate. Then you'll get the A to Z REI systems and vendors guide, which will allow you to peek under the hood of our business and see the exact tools and systems and even the vendors we use to grow our business. After that, you will get the top 100 best performing keywords pack, which will give you the exact keywords we use to target leads online and generate leads without having to lift a finger. Next, you'll get the contracts bundle for wholesaling and renting real estate, which will give you access to all of the contracts we use in the field to execute all types of transactions. After that, you'll get the Investor's Quick Analysis Calculator and Offer Tool, which will allow you to quickly calculate whether a deal is an actual deal and will allow you to create an offer automagically from those calculations. Next up, we'll give you the Investor's Daily Success Tracker, which is a tracker you can use to ensure you are taking the right actions day in and day out to reach your financial goals in real estate. And finally, you will get the Wholesaler's Template for Quick Assignment Cash, which will give you the templates we use to present our wholesale deals professionally and efficiently to our buyers. I know that is a ton of things to say. I'm glad you were able to stick with it. So you'll get both the ebook and all of those 7 free bonuses when you download the ebook today. All we charge is the admin cost to run the show. So if you are interested in the ebook and the bonus bundle, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com. Click on Get the ebook bundle at the top of the page and take advantage of that deal. With that housekeeping item covered, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and even better week. Keep rocking real estate, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. All right, before I officially sign off, I have a quick announcement to make. If you're interested in becoming a passive investor in one of my deals, my own company, Kaizen Properties, is looking for capital partners for our upcoming projects. We invest in what are known as recession-resistant assets, mainly self-storage facilities, mobile home and RV parks, and industrial properties. If you're interested in investing and would like to learn a little bit more about my company, our investing criteria, and some of the previous projects we've done, go to the Real Estate Investing Club podcast at therealestateinvestingclub.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. Click on the Invest With Us button. That'll pop up the investor form. Fill that out, and we will reach back out to you as soon as we can. Or if you prefer a little bit more of a personal touch, you can reach out to me at gabe@therealestateinvestingclub.com. So really, that is it. Again, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys during this episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.